Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Vidya Nagari, where we strive to achieve. If you are on YouTube, please do subscribe our channel, and if you are on Facebook, please do follow our page. I am Subhadwip. I will be taking on engineering chemistry. I will be completing the whole syllabus in parts. So let us get started with our part 1. In our part 1, we will be seeing the basics and the bonds between various atoms. So, for chemical bonding, what does basically the word bond means? A bond is nothing but an attraction or join between two things. Suppose in human society, a friendship is a bond because it's within a group of people or two people. In such way, when it comes to molecules, atoms, ions, a lasting attraction between them is called chemical bond. A bond may result from the electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions as ionic bonds or various types of other bonds. So why does basically chemical bonding occurs? Chemical bonding होता basically इसलिए है to get a stable octet or get the stability. Every atom wants to get stable. So for that stability, the atom needs 8 electron or 2 electron at their valence shell. So which is our valence shell? In atom, the outermost shell is called the valence shell. In various shells outside the atom, the outermost shell will be called as our valence shell. When an atom gets 2 or 8 electron at its valence shell, it will be most stable. This is also known as stable octet. तो अगर कोई एटम के आउटरमोस्ट लेयर में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होता है, वो कोशिश करेगा दूसरा एक इलेक्ट्रॉन वहां पर लाने का और फिर एक साथ में स्टेबल हो जाने का, क्योंकि 2 is a stable octet form. In similar way, if any atom has 4, 5, 6, 7, any kind of electron at its outer shell, you will try to add some more so that it can become 8 to get a stable octet. So these are the reasons why chemical bonding occur. Now there are various types of bond. We have ionic bond, metallic bond, covalent bond, co-ordinate bond, and last but not the least, hydrogen bond. So we will be discussing about all the bonds in this video. So first, let us see ionic bond. Ionic bond is basically a bond between a metal, this is metallic atom, and non-metal. This is non-metallic atom. So when an atom of non-metal takes one or more than one electron from a metal and the both atom end up being together, they are called ionic bond. Let us take a classic example of sodium, which is a metal, and chlorine, which is a non-metal. So going by this rule, chlorine must need to take one electron from sodium. So let us see. The electron formation of sodium is like that. It has 2 electrons at its first shell, 8 at second, and 1 at last. And in chlorine, it has 2 electrons at first shell, 8 at second, and 7 at third. So sodium becomes sodium plus, that is Na plus, by giving out this last electron. So it becomes 2 and 8. And chlorine becomes Cl minus by taking 1 electron from the sodium. That is 2, 8 and 8, and they both end up together. That is, it becomes NaCl, which is a compound. So by which bonding method the NaCl has formed? NaCl is formed by ionic bonding. Next we have metallic bond. A metallic bond is a type of chemical bond formed between two positively charged atoms, which the free electrons are shared among a lattice of cations. That is, when in some metallic atoms a bond is formed, it is known as metallic bond. An electron cloud is formed around the metal. Let us take an example of iron, that is Fe. In Fe, a chemical bond is formed by creating a cloud of electrons among the outermost shell. These are called metallic bond. The metal cloud and the electron cloud that is formed at the outermost layer, it is very high. It has very high melting point and some other properties. Next we have covalent bond. Covalent bond is also known as molecular bond. So, in covalent or molecular bond, electron pairs are being shared by two atoms. The electron pairs that is shared by two atoms, they are also known as bonding pairs or sharing pairs. The stable balance that is formed at the outermost shell, it is by repulsive or attractive forces. So this is basically known as covalent bonding. When in two atoms, suppose this is atom A and this is atom B, both are sharing the outest two electrons, then it will be known as our covalent bond. Next up, we have our coordinate covalent bond, or which is also known as coordinate bond. It is a special kind of bonds because it is of two center, two electron covalent bond. So coordinate covalent bond or coordinate bond is nothing but a two center, two electron covalent bond. So when in covalent bond it is of two center and two electron is involved, it is known as our coordinate bond. The two electrons must be derived from the same atom. The bonding of metal ions involves this kind of interaction so that the two electrons derived from the same atom are centered. It has also a theory given by Lewis, known as Lewis theory. Last but not the least, we have hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is kind of a weak bond amongst all the bonds. Between two molecules, hydrogen bonds take place, and it results from an electrostatic attraction between the proton that is in the hydrogen and one molecule and one electronegative atom. So, for hydrogen bond, it involves a proton from a electrostatic attraction, that is the proton we basically get from hydrogen. Because we consider hydrogen has one electron after getting H+, so it acts as a proton and an electronegative atom. For example, water, oxygen. In ionic form. So when hydrogen and oxygen mixes, then they get a bond by hydrogen bond, that is H2O. The hydrogen bond is stronger than the van der Waals force, but is weaker than the covalent or ionic bond. So hydrogen bonds basically stands in the intermediate because the weak van der Waals attraction, it is stronger than that van der Waals attraction, but is weaker than our other bonds, that is ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, etc. One example of hydrogen bond can be simply stated as water, that is H2O. So thank you. In this video we have learned about all the bonds in between atoms. In our next video we will be continuing about the hardness of water. Thank you.